What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a wonderful day. I am back from Too Many Games, and I am here to show you some film I've taken from the event. I went up there on Friday, had a great time, walked around, took a lot of film, so I edited it down into a video. But then I said, you know what? Let me just add some commentary to the video as I watch with you so I can give you more insight as we progress through the 15-minute or so video. So sit back, relax. Let me bring you along with me to Too Many Games. And basically, I wanted to show this. So it's about 26 miles at the time that I took this photo on my GPS, but it's basically about a 39-mile trek. Traffic all over the place on Friday, but I made it. So let's go. Here we go. So I will stop it where I need to talk. Here's the opening of the expo. And if you notice in this picture, it is dark and cloudy, and it's because it was pouring that day. So I got my badge early. I sat in my car. And then what happened was they let you come in early to sit in a holding room instead of normally standing outside. So here's a banner announcing Too Many Games, what it is, marketplace, arcade, board games, concerts, guests, all the good stuff that this place is offering. And I wanted to film this because this is the history of Too Many Games. This is in the hall where you pick up your tickets. Nobody was here. Normally this is packed, so you can't get such a good view of this. But I just wanted to show this to you. And you can pause it and read the history of Too Many Games. Here are the badges that you get. Like if you pay the extra premium prices, you get, a special final boss package. So thought it was cool I could get this for you while nobody was around. Again, pause, check it out. Really good stuff here. And this is before you get into the event. And they also make a special poster for each Too Many Games. So I got a few photos of these posters that were in there. This is like a little museum when you go into the opening of Too Many Games to get your tickets. It's like a history vault of everything Too Many Games. Really cool. Again, I got my badge early, so it was so empty. I got some of the best footage that you can get with nobody around me. Hopefully you can pause and read it at your leisure and see what you want to check out, but it's pretty fun to get this footage. And now here's us going into the convention, because normally you're wrapped around the building and it's hot. But since it was raining, they did something special. They let us come into the main hall and sit, and then they let us kind of go into the room, the big showcase room, in order. So this is me just taking footage so you can see what I saw as I was going in. I was in one of the first batches to get in. And so you're just walking in a big empty warehouse, and then you turn the corner. Boom! You are now in the Too Many Games, into the marketplace. Basically, Friday was a marketplace day. Weren't a lot of panels that day. So you basically are going to get all marketplace because I went on Friday. And there's just me just kind of walking in. The footage was stabilized. I'm just kind of walking. And then the Retroware booth was right in the beginning, as always. This is the Toxic Avengers. There's their booth. They're amazing. They bring demos of all their games. And they also have free posters. So I grabbed a ton of posters. They were showing off their games once again. And they always have a fun booth. Last year they had Toxic Avengers as well. Looks like it's not out yet. It's coming out soon. So they still have that. So here's just some quick footage of the Retroware guys hanging out. And now you're going to get into the actual show, stuff that's on sale. If you see anything, pause it. I kind of go a little quick. Keep in mind at this point, people are just running around at this convention looking for the grails, looking for stuff that they want to beat everybody to. So I'm casual. I'm just taking footage, but I was trying to be respectful and not getting anybody's faces or, with my camera. So you'll see sometimes it's a little quick, but if you pause, you can see prices, you can see everything that I'm doing here. Basically, guys, the prices here were a little high, 20 to 30% over eBay, in my opinion, from what I looked at. But a lot of this stuff is so cool to see. Like, look at all this stuff. There's a PlayStation Portable, Sega Genesis. There's an Atari 2600. So a lot of times, $90 for an NES. Come on, that's not $90. It's just sitting. It's all beat up. But half the time, you know, I just enjoyed walking around, seeing what was here. And I hope you do too if you weren't able to make this convention. Looks like you got some crazy consoles here as well. So I took some pictures of some Odyssey stuff you just don't see out there. The Quest of the Rings, like look at that. How cool is that? And most of these vendors were the same as last year. And if you go year after year, you're going to find that it's the same vendors in the same places year after year. They're just bringing their games, marking them up, and hoping that you fall for it. But it's still cool to see all this stuff. You'll see some crazy grails in display cases, so I tried to get some pictures of that. There you go. There's some Virtual Boy. And there's some vendor stuff here. Awesome 3D pixel art. I was looking for some pinball stuff this year, so I didn't really want to buy this stuff. You know, it's awesome, it's cool, but a little expensive for just these little photos. But very cool. They were here last year as well. The Zelda map is really cool. And there's Super Mario Brothers 3. This is the type of stuff you normally see at conventions. It's your regular vendors. Here's some magnet sets. Look how cool this is. Little NES cards. This is really cool. And then you have some SNES cards, magnets as well. Really cool stuff. This was a cool booth as well. They have some 3D printed logos. And here they have some signs and some lights. Pretty cool stuff. And here's their booth here. So these are 3D printed signs. They range in price between $5 and like $20. Really cool stuff. The prices were weird though. Some things were priced under, some things were priced over. Just weird. But really cool if you're into this stuff to hang on your wall. N64. There's Super Nintendo. There's Pac-Man. And here's some more stuff. More Pac-Man. That turtle sewer is pretty cool, but I don't have anywhere to put that. There's some plush, some duckies. And then I think they have more around the corner than I'm about to show you. Some trophies. Little Mario guys there. I don't know what the hands are. Maybe it's something that I don't know. Look at the little Luigi's. I mean, it's just cool stuff. It's cool to walk around and see this. You're not going to see this stuff in this, this many things in one place. Here's some magnets. You'll see a couple magnet vendors. They were here last year, and there's another one. I didn't take pictures of the other one because it's the same. They're like $6 each, 4 for $20. And really cool stuff if you need magnets of your favorite marquee. Really cool. And this is really cool. This is woodwork. A husband and wife literally are designing these. Look at that Mario one. How cool is that? This is wood. So if you're interested, pause the video and go to the QR code. Look at that. Toxic Avenger, Angry Video Gamer. Really cool stuff. If they had like a pinball one, I was going to buy it. And here we go with more games. I mean, if you want a Nintendo Switch, there were Nintendo Switch games here for days. NES and Switch seem to be the consoles that had the most games for sale here. Just insane amount of stuff. And this is I filmed this for my buddy Brad. He was on the hunt for some 7800 games. So I just wanted to film these and show the prices. And I did pick him one up that I have to send him. And he wanted the last game here, Tower Toppler. $20. That's a steal. I got it from my buddy Papa Brad's Gaming. The rest were overpriced. And then there's an Atari 7800 in a beat up box. Atari 52. Very nice. The Friday show wasn't that crowded, so you can see I'm getting great footage of unobstructed views. Saturday and Sunday normally get more crowded, with Saturday being the most crowded. Friday, I don't know if the rain kept people away, but it was so cool to just walk around with no crowds, able to film what I wanted, able to shop at my leisure. Little Pac-Man pin there. And if I went too fast, I'll learn for next year, guys. You know, I'm not a professional filmer. I'm just trying to get footage. Keep in mind that people are in there shopping as well. And, you know, you want to be respectful to the attendees. You don't want to just jump in front of them to get a Master Chief helmet. You know what I mean? So I think for what I was able to do, I'm very happy with the turnout, just to show you what it looks like at one of these conventions. Now, I'm not a game collector, but what I do know of the prices, they are definitely high, definitely over eBay. And it has to probably do with the rent for this place up at TooManyGames. It can't be cheap for a vendor to come up here, so they have to mark it up a little bit. Here's some computer games, Sierra Online games, boxed. Look at Descent. I remember having that in the late 90s. So they have a little bit of everything. You just have to poke around and find it. But I will say that as years go on, it looks like the anime and the tabletops and the cosplay is getting bigger, and the kind of video games, it just felt smaller this year than last year. Just didn't feel like there was a lot of games, and you know, compared to last year. Most of the vendors were here this year that were here last year, but I just felt like there was more hunting last year. So there's a little bit of current gen stuff there, a little bit of collectibles. Look at that Pac-Man tabletop. Some vendors just had stuff like this where they were just selling you collectibles. Here's a little canvas 3D art. Pretty cool stuff. Again, there was no pinball stuff here, so I didn't really want to put money down for it. But very cool nonetheless to see this. If you've seen a character you liked, it was here. Prices were pretty reasonable. I forget what these were. But if I seen one that I liked, I definitely was going to pop off for it. Now, this is a cool section. So in the middle of the convention, they set up consoles. Dreamcast, PlayStation, and you can just come and play them. They got games there. They have competitions. So there's retro, there's Sega. And people just come and sit and play. I don't know why you would, but maybe you don't have these consoles in your home. You don't have access to them. You want to come and play. There's Sony. And as you notice, guys, look, it's empty. There's Microsoft, there's Nintendo. It's empty, so you could come here Friday and enjoy yourself. Here is the arcade. I kind of just do a quick walkthrough here. People were playing. I wanted to be respectful of them and not get in their faces, but I just wanted to at least walk through and show you. I believe last year they had like the lights turned down or lights off. This year the lights were on, which I think is a better environment for the games. And I didn't really see anything. There is one machine here that was cool to see, but everything else is the same that you would see at most conventions. All these candy cabs here. And here's some pinballs, so I wanted to just get shots of the pinballs. Very excited for the pinballs. And there's your blitzes. A lot of these machines were here last year too. There's Mortal Kombat. You can pause it if I'm going too fast. You know, I just wanted to get. I didn't want to make this video 90 minutes long, walking in real time. So I kind of did my best to kind of make it efficient. I don't, you know. Here's a little DK Junior when I get the high score. No real high score there. And then DK3, Super Pac-Man. So this is your little retro section. But look at the corner here. Missile Command Recharge. That's a $15,000 cabinet. Atari just put these out recently. Look at that, just sitting here. Very cool to see this here. I played it after I filmed my video. Very fun. Here's some more pinballs. I don't know what that first pinball, Nobody. Sopranos, Star Wars. And then one last section here. You got the Simpsons, Turtles. Here's all your beat 'em ups. Cool that they kind of organized them. There's a WrestleFest, nobody's playing. Virtual Cop. Afterburner, classic. Outrun, pole position. Virtual On, looks like Virtual On 2. Really cool stuff. And here was the Atari booth showcasing Fatal Run 2089. Guys, I'm excited for this. So I had to take my camera out, had to get some footage of Fatal Run. This is the demo that I believe you can download on Steam right now. So if you're interested in this game, which is like an updated version of Fatal Run, futuristic, beautiful looking game. It was running at 60 frames a second. I talked to the gentleman there, and he's very excited for this release. No exact release date, coming in the fall is what he said. So hopefully it plays long term as good as it looks. It's a kind of a roguelite. You build, you die, you kind of upgrade and move on. I played it. It definitely has potential. I hope Atari nails this. So I'm just gonna let the footage play. It's basically this gentleman's playing. My battery died right in the middle, and then I had to put a new battery in. Now this is something really interesting. This is called Pizza Kid. And look at this game. It looks so beautiful. It's going to be kickstarted in September. I'll try to get more info as the Kickstarter comes on. Real nice guy. I talked with him. And here's some 3DS games. Some UMD games? Is that what that is? I think so. Some Game Boy games. You don't see a lot of them there. And here you go for you vinyl lovers. They got vinyl. $30 for your Battletoads vinyl. So they have a little bit of everything here. This booth was pretty packed. People like their vinyl. And here's some Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. N64, I ran into a lot of the N64 games here. I don't know the market on them, so I can't comment on some of these values that I was seeing. Here's some posters. Pretty cool. No pinball posters, so I didn't get anything. But they're glossy. You can hang them up on your wall. That's the kind of stuff that I went for. This, not the games per se. Just some more boxed collectible stuff. $100 for that Fate Link, whatever that is. You should see some of these people. They run into the convention. They have an Excel spreadsheet. They're like pulling out Excel, looking at the games they need, trying to find it in piles, thinking that like they're going to catch these guys slipping and put, you know, stadium events in a box in the $20 boxes. It's wild. Which was great that I didn't have to like feel like that. I just walked the floor, stayed there 4 hours or so, enjoyed myself, taking footage for you guys, because that's what I do, because this is for free and for fun, and to bring you along with me when I can. Here's some like loose systems here. Atari 2600, $50. That looks like the updated version. I mean, take your chances, right? Look, there's here's one of the rare 2600 booths. I talked with a few of the vendors, and they say 2600, 7800 just do not sell. They don't bring this stuff anymore. And there you go. There's the stadium events. No convention is complete without showing you stadium events. And a 9.0 Halo 1, a 9.4 Contra. Come on, guys. Nobody cares. We just want to play the games. $3,000 Mega Man 6. And there it is, the scam of the convention. $650 for your Switch 2. What a scam, ladies and gentlemen. What a scam. And here we go, some pint-sized pictures. This was really cool. Etched glass. Really cheap, too. I think they were like $13 if the sign I just showed was correct. Really cool stuff. I highlighted a little bit here. You got the Dreamcast, got your Sega. This was a really cool booth. See, this is the stuff I like because it's functional. And then here's my favorite booth. I actually picked up one of these mugs. Mug and a coaster is $23, and these mugs are really well done. Look at that. Look at those mugs. Really cool. Really cool. And I talked with them. Nice husband-wife team. This was their first time at the convention. I wish them luck. I did pick up a mug and a coaster. And look at that. Look at the color. Nice pop in colors. I got the Super Mario Land from the Game Boy. And here's some more over here. They didn't have like any information that I can give to you guys because I really like them. And the coasters are cool too. So look at this. And they got graphics on both sides. And then, of course, no convention is complete without swords. These swords get the most action. People love these swords. It's insane. It's insane. And that's about it. There's my logo. I hope you had a good time watching this. I'll learn next year if I go. Take more footage, better footage. But that's an idea of what this convention is. The first day is a lot of selling. Second day, you have panels, some wrestling. Third day is more wrestling, a little bit of panels, and people wind up and try to sell more stuff. So, did you go to TooManyGames? Do you agree with me? The prices were a little high. What did you think of the crowds? Did you go to any panels? Let me know. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon.